guys, bright and early today, we are in Concord, North Carolina, and we're visiting the last escape room in North Carolina today, Valcarol Escape Rooms, and they're located in this really cool mill, Gibson Mill. And you can eat, drink, shop, and explore in there. And there's plenty of parking outside. You want to check them out? Let's go.
What's going on, everybody? It is Brandon from ESCAPETHEROOMers, and we are at Valcarol Missions Escape Games? What's the proper...
The Valcarol Missions Escape Room.
Escape Room, okay. I like the way she did it better. And speaking of which, this is Tara and that is Jody. They are the owners, and we're gonna get to know them a little bit better, and also Valcarol. First question we have for you is, how many games do we have available to the public as of right now?
Right now we have two, the Crystal Cave and the Hidden Lab.
Ooh, and how many do you plan to have overall?
4 in this theme, and we have the rooms for 4, but as you can see, we're in an 800,000 square foot, 100-year-old mill.
Yeah,
so
you have a lot of space
we have
to
dreams.
play with.
Yeah, we have ideas.
All right, and out of the 2 games that you have available, I understand that Hidden Lab was second and Crystal Caves was first, but which is the more popular game? Which is the one that players are booking more?
That's so hard. All right, I will say, it's when we ask people after the game, which we also asked you, which one did you like better? It is 50-50. It really is. There are different things about each of them, I think, that appeal to different customers. So it's really 50-50. But as far as bookings and reservations go, the cave was open a full year before the lab. Okay. So if you Google us, you will see that there are a lot more reviews for the cave than the lab, but it's really just because the lab opened, actually right before COVID, and the cave was open a full year before that. So it's a split as far as players, and most people do play both because the rooms are all connected like a saga in the same universe.
Yeah, so, you do not have to play one before the other. There is no knowledge you need ahead before you play the other game, so just keep that in mind. And the next thing we want, excuse me, I'm talking, okay? He's trying to interrupt me.
His hands eat too, watch out.
Yeah, I know, he's trying to like shake my hand. All right, there you go, we're good, okay.
Totally.
The next question we want to know is, well, first of all, congratulations on reopening back to the public and making players feel safe to come in and play in-person games again. What are some of the things you needed to implement and change in order to make them feel that way?
True. I used to work in education in my former life.
Okay.
I'm a little bit of a germaphobe, I'm not gonna lie. So we actually had a hand sanitizer station. It's actually right there by you, and it even is a little bit creepy. It says, "Clean hands are safe hands," which I think is a little creepy, which is why I like that one. So yeah, we had that before, keeping that stocked, Lysoling and wiping down with Lysol between. There was a puzzle that had water in it. It was really cool. It was actually, am I gonna spoil anything if I say it on here? We changed that. We took the water out because it was just, we found out ways, we researched ways to keep it clean and sanitary, but it still, to me, was a worry, so we switched that out. And we did move to all private
so
bookings.
You're public first, now they're all private.
Correct.
We did, and we like that, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, we thought we'd never go that way, because...
We don't like to play private, because just 2 of us traveling, and sometimes I travel by myself. I was that guy that see a group of people in there, like, hey, I'm gonna join with them, because I can't play by myself.
Yeah.
So I love public bookings personally, but most people don't.
I mean, I think it really depends on the individual, right?
It does.
Some people are that comfortable to be able to do that. Some people are not. But, and since you've been open, I know you've seen a lot of players do things in the room on the camera. What is something that stood out for you? It could be a funny story. It could be like, oh my God, no, don't do that. Whatever was memorable that you remember.
Well, it's always memorable, I'll say. It's always memorable to see the codes people in. We take place in the future in all of our rooms in this saga. And so it's a very high-tech room. It's a very hands-on room, as you guys saw, but it's also techie. So when people put in their guesses at codes before they actually find the codes. We can read what they say. I'll just say sometimes people put in very interesting things as their code words.
On camera, people.
They think they know we could hear them, but they don't know we could see messages. So sometimes they try to type messages on the panels.
Yeah.
Or
to
they
each other.
put
Or
dirty words or
kids like dirty words. Yeah. When their parents aren't looking.
Yeah.
true.
And we do tell them at the end, we don't call them out, but we say we could see everything you type.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And we make them wonder, like, is he going to tell my parents? We never do, though.
But memorable wise, I mean, that's kind of funny. Memorable wise, I will say though, we had a guy who was meeting a date here. It was an online date experience, and she did not show up. Yeah. And so memorable, I think that was probably the most memorable because I really kind of I was like, oh, you should just play the game because if you go home now, you're sad. Like you're going to go home on a low. She stood you up. I was like, come in and play the game. Like with our tech, we can do that. So that's kind of cool. Like one person could play our room. I mean, if someone asks, we don't necessarily recommend. It's always fun to at least have one person in there. But if you're traveling solo with our tech, I could almost be like a virtual second player if anything requires more than your own body parts to get it done. Right. You kind of know now. But I can do it. Yeah, I can do it on my end as a game master.
Cool. So did he play the game and totally forget that he had a date and he enjoyed it so much?
He did. He had a good time. I don't know that he totally forgot, I'll be honest. I think he was a little, but at least he ended kind of the night on a high, which was nice.
And of course he got out.
And
he was.
The first thing, I'm like, there's no way he's not getting out.
Yeah.
Which he took hints. It wasn't hard. I mean, we do unlimited hints, so you can get out of our rooms. And we just made sure that he knew no shame in his game playing one person to get hints.
Yeah. Hey guys, we are actually in their mission command center. One of the game masters is actually game mastering a game right now for Crystal Caves. But we're still going to show you what's going on behind the scenes. Look at this. They have all the machinery back here. They have these really cool gamer chairs.
You don't know how many wires for the two games we have.
And all those. By the way, we're going to give you a sneak peek inside of these rooms. But FYI, keep this in mind. Inside of Crystal Caves, she did 1,000 skeleton heads on her. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say on her own. I'm pretty sure you chipped in.
I made the molds.
He made the molds.
I made the silicone molds.
It took a long time. I was into it for like the first 50.
Which leads me to my next question. I know you build everything. We all know that. What is an obstacle that you face while building or creating a puzzle or storyline? What's something that you faced that you needed to overcome or figure out?
Building and honestly, I love this. I start with the stories and then move to the puzzles. That all flows easily. I mean, there are always little surprises later that you're like, okay, that needs to be changed. The build and the tech, I help a little bit with the build, making things look ugly, but he does a lot of that, and it takes a very long time.
Yeah.
I'll let you maybe speak to that is a tough one.
The build of it.
Yes. So the build, I'm a programmer. I program all the AV. I do just do a lot of military work, big video walls for.
Wow.
I'm working for right now ESPN as we speak, and a few other big companies that I can't name.
Yeah.
But I do all that, but the build, I'm not a carpenter, and people come in here and they're like, "Do you work for Disney World stuff?" So everything does look cool, but it takes me about a year to build a room.
Yeah.
Because of that, I can't turn rooms over.
You could tell in the quality and the passion that you guys put into your rooms.
Yeah.
I mean, it is like walking through Disneyland or Universal.
And we hear that a lot.
Yeah, the experience is definitely there. So the next thing we want to know is, I can see the way that you guys are dressed. You get into it. You guys play a lot of escape rooms, right?
We do. We're definitely enthusiasts.
Okay, so we want to know, what was one that was memorable for you? Preferably give us the company and the name of the game. You can give us more than one. And if you have separate ones, even better. Who would you
always
like to
have
give
to
a shout
think.
out?
I know. All right. In New Orleans, we played Escape My Room. Have you guys played Escape My Room?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm glad I'm talking about that one.
It's
Yes. Okay, yes. When you go, feel free to hit us up. We're always happy to recommend other cool rooms. We played way more good rooms than bad.
Okay.
So much fun. But Escape My Room, their lobby, I don't know if you've heard.
We've seen pictures.
It's so cool. Yeah, it's like a total scavenger hunt game in the lobby. So if you get there early, which you definitely want to, especially for them. Yeah, like I had so much fun looking at all the cool things in the lobby alone. We played Inventor's Attic, and that game was a lot of fun. I mean, it's not just the lobby. The game is great, but the lobby is something that like you'll only see there.
Yeah.
You will only, and it was just fun to like scavenger hunt. Like they gave you like a little sheet, and you know, like I was like checking it off, like trying to find everything that was in the room.
While you're waiting to get into the game.
So cool.
That was cool. I did like Rise, Spellbound.
I knew he was gonna say that.
It's moved. It's no longer at Rise. They're just a haunt.
Well, it's at 13th Gate now. So.
Yes. We used to speak at the Haunt Con tours, so we'd go and travel with them. And that was one of my, we didn't get out, so I do not know what the end was, but it was like one of my favorite games.
I'll tell you off camera. We were very close to not getting out. It was a tough room.
It was tough, but cool.
Yeah, it was very fun.
All right, you'll tell us off camera.
Yeah, we'll tell you off camera. Well, thank you for sharing those two suggestions and giving them shout outs.
Yes.
The last question we have is something that we like to ask because we like to get to know you a little bit better. What is something that most people would not know about you outside of the escape room world? It could be like a talent, a hobby, an interest, something you like to do.
Well, obviously we're into haunted houses, so that's, I think when people come here, they might figure it out.
Okay. Is there a haunted house experience that you really like were wowed by?
Yeah, of course, your standards, Netherworld. You have the Darkness. Nashville Nightmare. That's probably.
I love the winter scene at Nashville
I'm
Nightmare.
not sure they change their scenes all the time, but yeah, that winter scene was. So yeah, we just love going to different haunts.
You're a haunt enthusiast as well.
Yes, and that's probably another reason why the third room's not open right now.
So he's taking his time with that one.
We might have had a lot going on in October.
October is a busy month for us.
Yeah.
And Sarah, is there something? I know you're a haunt enthusiast as well. Is there something else you like to do?
Something else.
Most
Okay.
people would not know.
I'm a huge reader. I mean, you might figure this out once you read our stories and do our rooms. You know, I love to read, so you know when people talk about different kinds of geeks and nerds, I'm more like a science fiction reader and film watcher. So that's why our rooms ended up being set in the future with the whole science fiction, you know, feel to them. All the rooms are connected in the future. So yeah, that's something I'm really into. But gamers do phenomenally well in our rooms, and people always assume I'm a gamer, but see, I'm not that end of the nerddom. I'm the reader, film kind of end of the, you know, I'm like always like your nose in a book. I'm not actually a gamer, so that's kind of a fun surprise to most of our like fans and like, you know, enthusiasts who come here. They just assume that.
Yeah, I would assume the same thing. I mean, I can tell like the storyline, it's rich, it's there, but I do see a lot of that sci-fi gamer perspective that you guys bring to it.
I need to get
one
into
last
it.
thing I want to know, because Valcarol is such a cool name. Like I have no idea what it means. Is there a meaning to it? Is there some sort of, how did it come about?
Yes. Again, kind of from reading Twilight. I'm a huge, which probably is another funny, weird thing. Yeah, I'm a huge Twilight fan.
Once a month he watches them at least.
Yeah, probably. I've read all the books and twice. But yes, there is a baby in Twilight that is named Renesmee, which everybody makes fun of. It's the two moms' names, Renee and Esme. And so we named Valcarol Valerie and Carol after our mom's names.
That's so nice.
And it sounds sci-fi.
Oh no, so
it's perfect.
Good name for a spaceship.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The Valcarol.
Yes, the Valcarol is the spaceship. It's the Valcarol Missions. You're going on missions for the people, the Valcarol, every time you play a game here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it all kind of fit in. We weren't sure we were going to go with that name, but like we just couldn't leave it alone. And so it's weird, but we love
made
it.
the right decision. I love it.
Nobody confuses us.
With any other escape room.
Oh yeah.
Something,
It's either puzzle this, escape this, gate this.
We've actually played booked the same room multiple times just because
It's a name thing.
track it because of the name.
So it turned out good. We have a weird name.
I've been here before.
Thankfully, the owners are like, yeah, you're in our database. You already did this room.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
gave us
They were on
another
it.
room. So they're on it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thankfully.
All right. Well, hey,
Cool.
thank you for having us. Thank you
Thank
for hosting
you.
us.
Thanks so much.
We had a wonderful time. You
We're so
guys,
glad.
make sure you check out our website, which is ESCAPETHEROOMers.com. Do not forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel because we're giving you sneak peeks of what to expect when you get here. The parking lot, the hallway, the lobby, the sneak peeks inside the room. And the rooms that we played was the Hidden Lab and Crystal Cave. And we're going to give you a sneak peek of it right